I'm not going to be on here long. I just wanted to come on here and plead my case. Me continuing to solve the case, and I got most of my information, not all of it, just the pieces that I did get, and I did put them together. Um, the pieces that I did receive. Oh, and right off the back, let me just say this. Okay. I am in no competition with no one. I want to do better for myself. I just wanted to spread and give love to people, especially people that seem to not have the hope and the joy, and just give them um, that hope and that love, that everyone deserves love and hope and appreciation, you know. So I just be like, there's nothing wrong, which I feel there is nothing wrong with giving and putting out there that everyone deserves love, respect, and love, respect, harmony, and unity. And this is, and good energy. Just I don't see anything wrong with that at all. I don't see anything wrong with spreading love and joy and hope around the world, like, or just to anyone that needs it, you know. Back to what I was saying. Uh, so my cold case, what I've been getting the information is when I was a baby, which I didn't even know. So all of this was taken down and taking into place, which I didn't even know at the same time. So I was taken when I was a baby from St. Mary's Hospital, right? I was switched at birth. Someone paid to take me and place me with another family. Okay. Um, Come to find out, I was the experiment. People are actually watching me right now, secretly. But I have a feeling that they're watching me, you know? Hello. And they basically, hello. They basically isolated me, which I didn't even know until it was like a couple of months ago. Well, actually, a couple years ago, before I even moved into where I'm at now, that I was being watched. And they basically, well, the family that I thought was my family was never my family. Um, and they just, I'm looking at my cards as well, to kind of keep me like on track here. But, and I was never in, like I said before, I was never in any competition with anyone at all. I just, I just wanted to change who I am as a person, um, to be a better person, to, you know, just love myself. And I really feel that there's nothing wrong with that at all. But as I was saying, they isolated me. They didn't want to see me happy. Um, they, it's been like this for a long, long time. Definitely someone had got paid to take me away from the family that I had. I don't even know who my real mom and real dad is at all. Um, they have been keeping this a secret for a very long time. Um, I'm not the victim. I'm not sad. I'm not mad. I'm not angry at all the people who were involved, which I have a strong feeling that it's not just my family, it was my ex-lovers, and especially my baby daddy. This is like really, really sad for me to even say that. And for all this time has went by, I'm just now getting the information, like I had said. And um wow, I'm all over the place now because uh it took me a minute to even like come on my live and to even talk about it, because I feel like that's a personal thing, but yet and still I do kind of put my personal business out there. And when, especially when it came down to spiritual warfare, um like I said, I think I had said before, I didn't know nothing about that until I was presented with a book, and the book, start reading about it, and then that's when I started learning more and more about witches and warlocks and different entities that from the dark world. And they and that's when I had experience firsthand on spiritual warfare, and how it's not just, it's spiritual, yes, but it's people as well. It's like a physical and a spiritual at the same time, you know. I said, you said hi. Okay, I'm saying hi. I'm still getting used to how to speak on here. What's your name? Mary and Jessica. Okay, I saying hello. Still, like I said, I'm still getting used to how to say hello on the phone. So I spoke your name. Okay. Um, as I was saying, um, the spiritual warfare, it took me to on a whole nother level, and it actually woke me up to see how strong I can be when it comes down to that. I definitely asked God to help me get through the spiritual warfare and all the entities that were attacking me on a regular basis. When I had spoke about it, and I know probably people was thinking, oh, she's crazy, woo wah wah. I'm not crazy. Spiritual warfare is real, and I did talk about how to protect yourself, and um, protect yourself, and to know that God, and you ask for help from God, and God will help you along the way. Um, Also, with this my cold case, there was money stolen. Okay, my inheritance, which I didn't even know until I started praying about it and asking God to help me with it. And the money has been stolen from me for over 30 years. I'm 42 years old, and I'm still learning more and more about who I am, where I come from, and who is my relatives, like real relatives. Um, my notes that I'm looking at. The fact that my family literally had a fake marriage, saying that I was married. I'm not married. I've been single for six, I want to say 6 to 10 years, damn near. And I'm not married. They had a fake certificate saying I married a man, and I never married a man. I was they literally placed a fake death certificate saying that I was dead. And as you can see, I'm on live and I'm talking about my cold case. Sorry about that. Um, the fact that people are involved. It's so many other people that I didn't even know that are against me. How are you? I'm blessed right now. How are you? What's your name? Paul. Okay, I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. I apologize. Right now I'm blessed. I can't complain at all. I'm grateful to be alive right now. Um, Also, as I was saying, um, they literally like had a fake marriage and then had a fake funeral. Um, and then they went to a bank that's overseas, put the money that's digital over there. So I have money that I don't even know that I have, and it's overseas because it's digital. And they have been placing money, continue placing money over there. Actually, I am grateful that I got the information from the Most High, because I would be in the dark right now not knowing what's going on, except for when my mail was stolen. And that's when I started noticing other things, like me being aware of my surroundings and me understanding what's been happening behind my back, behind the scenes that I did not see before. That's when I knew there was a problem. Uh, the problem was me learning and knowing what's happening behind my back. Uh, I also have a strong feeling, and I do know for sure that um, it's not just, like I said, it's not just my family, my fake family anyway, that's what I call them, and my fake friends, my old friends that I used to hang out with, and my old lovers as well. Uh, but this all ties into the cold case. Like me solving my own cold case and getting the understanding of what had happened, why it happened, what's why, where, and when. My eyes twitching. That means I'm right on point. Anyway, they took my house. They took my land. They literally put businesses into my name. And like I was saying, someone literally married into my name, saying that I'm her and she's me or something like that. And then saying that I'm crazy, which I'm not crazy. I'm sane. I believe there is a celebrity involved, many of them. Um, I also believe that the government is involved as well, the CIA. Everybody's phone is tapped. I strongly believe that. For a while, they did have certain, like I started seeing, like when I went outside, it was like certain cars and trucks kept going by. Um, I really believe that I was switched at birth to another family, and that's how I ended up in the family that I am now. I don't, like I said, I don't know what happened to my mom and my dad. I have a strong feeling that they got hurt. Um, and that I'm not from America. Um, I strongly believe that I am from Africa or another, like Australia or something like that, overseas. Um, it took me a while, like I said, to even come on here and just talk about it because it's so much things, like even more and more things just keep on happening, and I'm just really 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 trying to take it all in and to understand what was the reason. So my reason and what I feel the reason why they did what they did is because they didn't want to see me happy. They didn't want me to have a life. They wanted me to be miserable. They wanted me to be on drugs. They wanted me to not be alive. So then that way they can have this multi-million dollar money from me. And to me, that's really, really messed up because I haven't done anything to the family that I had. I showed nothing but love and compassion, and I was always there for them, always. It didn't matter what they had going on in their life. I was always there. And if I wasn't there, I was giving them advice. If I wasn't giving them advice, I was just a good hearted person. And I know that I'm a good hearted person. And for people to have so much envy and jealousy over someone that hasn't done anything to anyone except for be themselves. Now, I had said before to myself, it's sad and messed up that good people, and there are lots of good people around the world, and they the ones who get hurt and talked about and slandered and misused for no reason, just because they spoke up, just because they're speaking up for themselves. And that's exactly what I have to do now, is speak up for myself, because I'm not going to just let anyone or anything continue to just run all over me. And that's not me at all. Like, I'm no, I'm not going to just let people run all over me and thinking that it's okay to do that. And also, I wanted to say was, if you have something to say, it doesn't matter what it is, and it's the truth, you should speak up too. Don't be afraid to speak up, especially if you know it's the truth. And I am speaking up, and it's like, yeah, speaking up for the truth, knowing that by the grace of God, that everything's going to be all right. And I have to believe that, and I do believe, I strongly believe that you can get through anything you put your mind to. And believing that with God, you can get through certain situations and trials. and tribulations as well. So as I was saying, but I really do feel like I'm the experiment that they um, put me in a organization where I'm being watched, and I mean heavily watched, to the point where every time I go outside, I know that people are watching. I know because I can feel it and I can see it. Um, it doesn't matter where I go, I know they're there. And it's not just about the gossiping and the slander and the harassment, it's the overall situation and the fact that I'm speaking up for myself. And usually, I mean, a long, long time ago, I didn't speak up for myself. I just kind of let things go. And now I know it's good to speak up. It's good to speak up for what's right. And what's right is that I'm, like I said, I'm solving my case. And I just want things to be, I really just want things to just be better. Um, I don't want to change or make it feel like I'm changing other people. I just want it to spread love and joy, and that's what I do on my page, on my YouTube page, is to spread love and joy around the world, and to the people who want to hear it and make a change for themselves, because you do have that choice to do that. You don't have to be in your ego, be in your pride, be jealousy, or have evil eye. You can actually do better for yourself and for your family and for your mind and your soul. And yeah, just do better for yourself. And that's the main thing was for me, was to do better for myself. And it seemed like the more and more I wanted, or the more and more I did, I had literally changed up on I keep saying Facebook. I started actually on Facebook just to kind of get me going on spreading the love and the joy and the hope around the world, because there's so much chaos right now and there's so much things going on, and I didn't see like that many people talking about love, joy, happiness, and great to be happy, and we're breathing, we're talking. Like right now I'm talking, and I'm I have a heart beating, and I can see with my eyes. Like, be grateful for that, not be jealous, envy about things that don't really matter. There's so much other things going on anyway. But back to what I was saying. I'm looking through my notes because I got so many things. But yes, with the stolen inheritance, with that, and then the whole hacker situation, it was a secret society. I know about that. I know about the secret competition, which to me didn't make any sense, because I was never in no competition with anyone. Absolutely no one. The fact that my family hired a hitman, that I'm actually forgiving everyone. Everyone that has done spell work on me. Everyone has lied on my name. Everyone that has put me down to the point where it feels like I don't have anyone which is not true. I have God, and I'm grateful to accept God. Um, and the fact that I'm just, I'm really, really grateful. I'm really grateful. And for me to have uh, this information and to be able to write it all down is awesome. It's really awesome to understand, like I was saying on my brief, was where, when, how, and why it's happening. Now, I do understand that the fact that I am a gifted child, and because I'm a gifted child, now that would explain the whole um, the why. And when I say gifted, I mean, let me like pinpoint on that. Um, hmm. I'm gifted to the point where I'm, hello, I'm gifted where I'm a healer. Okay, let me just put that out there. I'm a healer. Um, I heal people with my hands and my energy. Okay, I am an empath, and I just, it's very rare to have certain people like that around. And now I kind of see where the jealousy had went into on that, but still in all, that's not right for you to try to hurt or kill or destroy someone just because they're different. Um, Now that I had said that, I already know I'm gonna be hit with all kinds of things spiritually and physically, because that's what happens. Seems like the more I talk about my life, and some things I keep secret for a reason, but when it's called for me to speak, then I'm going to speak on it. And that right there, I spoke on it. So I am a healer, and I do heal people. If you want a session with me, I would gladly help you. Uh, but for my family to push me aside is not right. In my eyes, that's not right. And I have literally went through so much things without them, because they were, I want to say, toxic on the certain things that they would be doing in their life, and I just didn't want to be a part of that. I have the right, excuse me, excuse me, I have the right to reject that, because why would I want that in my life? If I'm going to raise up my vibration and raise up my life, I have to um, let go of the old patterns and let go of people and places and things do not serve me. In order for me to grow, I had to do that. And I know that it might have hurt them for me to let them go, but I had to do what's best for me personally. I didn't want to be around that anymore. I know in the past I was around that. I was around all kinds of things. And that was my South Node. In my South Node, I was around all kinds of things. And I do take responsibility for that. I take full responsibility for all the things that I have done in my life. And I do continue to be a good person overall, good, and I mean, like, in the inside and the outside. um, but as I was saying, on my cold case, I do believe that they were working with black magic and witch work. I know that's weird to talk about, but it's true. It happens. What makes you? Why you think they're literally showing it us on a regular basis? They're showing us that there are witches, there are warlocks, there are trolls, there are giants, there are all kinds of different animals, different creatures. That is real. Don't ever think that that's not real. And it is. Ghosts and paranoid activity happening, and people actually doing rituals and causing harm and causing delusions and confusions. And it is real. Even voodoo dolls, it's real. They were talking about the what's an Annabelle doll. That is real. So when I talk about um, black magic and spell work, it was done. It was done on me personally, and I had to pray, pray, ask God to help me get through this, because I didn't know what was going on. At one point, I had to, like, for a second, I thought I was going like cuckoo crazy for a second, but no, I wasn't. It was spiritual warfare, because it's a spirit you cannot see, but you can feel their entity, their energy. That's another thing. That's another subject anyway, talking about energy. I be talking about energy all the time. You don't even have to be in the same room, and you can feel somebody else's energy through the wall. But we're not gonna go there right now. I'm talking about my cold case and what I have learned, and by me doing my research on the situation at hand and learning more and more about what people can actually do to you. But it amazes me. I'm not, like I said, I'm not angry, I'm not mad, I'm not upset. I'm calm, I'm collect, I'm humble. And the fact that this was all because of insurance money, that blows my mind constantly. It blows my mind that, and then when I seen it on the news, that this lady literally had her daughter murdered so she can have the insurance money. This is how the world is now. But it seems like, because you know how that one quote, I don't know if you ever heard of that one quote where you're more dead, you're like, you get more money when you're dead than you are alive, which is really up. You know what I'm saying? But that is really sad that that lady did that. And then me personally, now I'm like, wow, this is happening to me, mind blown, mind blown. So there's a lady that pretended to be me, who had a fake birth certificate, stole my money, stole my inheritance, and then hired a hitman and continued to hire hitmans to come after me. Like, it was one didn't go through, another one went through. And then literally tried to rob me, shoot me, and then poison me. It's a good thing that I pray. Like, I do um, certain things every day. And I do it because it's for my protection. And I already know, once I get off live, the people that are watching me, that are coming in and out, because there's certain people that do that. Um, they're going to use my words against me. And it's sad, because all I'm doing is speaking my truth. I'm speaking up for myself. And I know now that this is what I have to do, is speak up for myself. Um, and how do I know that they poisoned me? Because my food didn't taste right. My stomach was hurting. Um, how do I know they poisoned me without breaking into my door? Is they have a spare key. My eyes twitching, that's letting me know, yes, I'm right on point. I'm also, I don't know if I should say about the whole Claire audience situation, because I can feel other people's emotions, like right through feel people's emotions. I have that ability to do that. Okay. Um, didn't I wasn't aware of it at one point in time, but now I am. And like I said, because I'm gifted, I believe my family just wanted to get rid of me. They wanted to not have me at all. And they literally paid a whole bunch of people. That's why I say that I believe the government's involved too, the CIA and all of that. It's a cover up. Um, the fact that these people pay other people to watch and stalk, harass, and bully me, and not just them, but their kids too. Um, we're talking about neighborhoods on top of neighborhoods on top of neighborhoods, okay? I have actually walked and seen certain cars that I see when I walk, and they follow me. Um, and it's sad, because I haven't done anything to anyone but to beat myself. And besides speaking the truth on a lot of things that happens around the world, I'm going to speak my truth on that, because people need to know. People need to be aware of their surroundings and who they talk to. That's why it's best to know your circle. My circle is very small, and because I have set boundaries and standards for myself. Uh, and it's good to do that. It's good to set boundaries for yourself. Excuse me. I don't know. Something about me having music in the background just sounds so much better for me. Um, but I'm actually very grateful. I cannot complain at all about what had happened and what is happening and all that is happening. to me. Um, like I had said before, which I will continue to say, I am 42 years old. I might not look like I'm 42 years old, but I'm 42 years old. Okay, you do the math. It's 2025. I was born in 1983. And obviously, age doesn't matter because you can get attacked by anyone or anything that feels threatened by you. So, in a way, I feel like I am a target just by me speaking my truth and by me knowing the knowledge that I know now, especially certain knowledge that that's beyond us. Okay. um but yes, I really feel like I'm in the 40 days 40 nights type situation, like God was, Jesus, because it's so many like obstacles and challenges I had or I'm still going through in order for me to transform into the person that I am now. Like I had said before, I forgive every person, and that means my ex-lovers that has come against me and smeared my name and just talked about me like a dog, the father of my kid and how he's doing so much bad things, and I would never talk about him or never talk about my ex-lovers or never talk about my family who raised me. But when you're doing horrible things, then of course I'm gonna speak on it, and it's just not right. It's not right for me personally. It's not right, and all because of you're in your ego, you're in your pride, and you want that power and you want that control, and I'm not giving it to you because I will not be manipulated. I will not be a people pleaser. I will not let you take control over me. And if I'm the villain in your story, then that's what it's gonna be. I will be the villain in your story because I'm speaking up for myself and I know what's right and I know what's wrong. Right. They also, for a while, they took my mail. I had to get that situated. People stealing my mail, and then the fact that they was getting checks, like $5,000 checks in my name. Yeah. And they was just, it's just so much just for my inheritance. And I only been in this place for 5 years now. Um, and I have a strong feeling that I am being watched by cameras in my apartment. Like, I haven't found them, but I have a strong feeling, I'm listening to my intuition, that I am being watched in my apartment. Um, just reading over my notes here while I was talking. The one things that I have said already, and I just didn't want to repeat myself. But strongly. I'm just taking it one day at a time, and continuing to live my life to the fullest. with on a positive note. Um, just just being myself, just taking care of myself, taking care of my family, taking care of my daughter, you know. Just one day at a time. That's all I can do is take it one day at a time. And hopefully people would stop putting my name out of their mouth with the negativity, like, and I have a strong feeling that's not going to happen, because people are going to talk about you whether you're doing good or bad. But for me, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. Um, and also, let me see, let me go back a little bit. So I feel like either my auntie or my uncle had kidnapped me, framed me. Um, they had a lab report. There was a lot of people burning evidence. Um, the the um the companies that they had put in my name, like people literally opened up businesses in my name, um, in houses, in cars. It's a lot, and for me to deal with all of this and then continue to have a life outside of what's happening as well is a lot to deal with. Um, Especially since I am clairaudient, and knowing and seeing everything just from a blink of an eye. It's amazing how everything's coming together, and the fact that banks are involved, lawyers are involved, crooked cops are involved. They got paid to be quiet. There's a lot of people that got paid to be quiet and not say anything as well. And then they all looking at me like I'm crazy, knowing that I'm not crazy. I know I keep saying that because it's true. I know I'm not crazy. Not at all. I know that I am a good person at heart, a good person overall, and I'm not standing up. I'm not standing for the bullshit. Um. Also, wait. Yeah, it's just to me, it's just whoa. But yes, it's basically a secret society involved. It's actually a whole bunch of different secret societies that are involved. High rank people. And well, I know now that when you have a lot of money, you can do whatever you want to do, which is fine. But some people, and I believe this very strongly with my story, with my cold case, is the fact that the people that have lots of money, they like to watch and see other people go through different obstacles and see how they can get out of that obstacle as well. I don't know how that's entertainment, but that's entertainment for them. I think that's pretty much. Wait, they keep hitting. Oh, right. They did keep me hidden, but because the fact that I speak out on what's happening, I'm not hidden anymore. So they tried to keep me hidden, but I asked God for help, and He has helped me. And so has my archangels and ancestors. They helped me as well to get out of not just certain situations, but my life period and how it's all coming together right now. But definitely, I'm glad I did say what I needed to say because it's it's my story, and hopefully we can get this case solved. Like, hopefully there are some good cops. Hopefully there are some good lawyers. Hopefully there are some good people out there in the world that can understand me to the point where you understand my story a little bit more, and I can understand my own story as well, because it's just with the whole family doing what they did just to get a whole bunch of money, which that's what it is. I believe it's like a whole bunch of money, and it's like they made it seem like I was the $1 million baby. The $1 million baby that they wanted to kill, pew pew, I should say, just so they can have it and live lavishly and then get away with it. Like, to me, that is the most sad thing in the world. I would never, 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 never do nothing like that to anybody, because that's just not who I am. I'm a really good person inside and out, and I just don't have that type of jealousy or envy. And I definitely let go of my ego to be a good person overall. Um, Definitely want to wait. Okay, and this is just the card right here. Okay, so basically, I did save myself because I called upon God, and I did say I was a healer, and I am an empath, and I do have good energy, and I'm learning more and more about myself every day. Um, Especially like I was saying with spiritual warfare, besides spiritual warfare, it's just more and more things happening with my life. And I'm just, like I said before, I'm just taking it one day at a time, getting things um, in a better understanding of what had happened and what is happening and what's about to happen. And hopefully, by the grace of God, that justice will be served to the people that have done these crimes, and they're really trying to get away with it. And I'm hoping that they don't get away with it, because this is really, really, really messed up for anyone to even be going through. Like, if someone else was going through um, spiritual warfare or some type of entity that's attached to them, I would want you to speak out too. I would want you to let your voice be heard as well, because it's good to speak out on certain things that has happened to you, and then that way you can get the right help besides God, and you're not by yourself dealing with all of this. I mean, I've been going through a lot, period, not just with spiritual warfare, with my life. And I just, I'm just grateful. I'm really, really grateful. Grateful that I see new things. And I really do try to think positive about it and to let it go. Because now that I said it, Now I'm gonna let it go. Um, and hopefully, by the grace of God, it gets into the right hands so we can get this situated. But yes, I'm gonna let it go because once I said what I said, I'm gonna let it go. I said that twice. I do that sometimes. I be repeating myself. Um, and that's not gonna stop me from doing my downloads though. I am gonna continue to do my downloads, and I'm gonna continue to raise my vibration and continue to have good vibes all the way around, because you don't really see that much of that in the world, to have a good vibe and a good feeling about yourself, and to spread the love and the joy and harmony and unity around the world, because um, it's a lot of, I noticed a lot of things be happening like right now with California, and that is so messed up with ice and all of that, and all the natural disasters that's happening all around the world with the volcanoes and the mudslides in Switzerland, and it's just, it goes on and on and on. And there's nothing wrong, which to me, I feel there's nothing wrong with having hope and love and joy to spread everywhere, that anyone would like to listen, or just anyone to have that type of uplifting um, spirit within themselves. And then for me to do it is awesome. I love doing what I do, is spread the love, because I don't see that as much. Man, I used to see it constantly back in the 80s. We ain't care about none of that. We all were together. We were all unity. We all did what we needed to do. We take care of our kids. We loved our kids. We had the block. The block was good. Everyone was around. We had unity. We had trust. I don't see that. And it would be great. It would be wonderful to have that again. But I can't do it by myself. We all need to come together and do it, you know. And that would be great for all of us to do that, and not be jealous, and get out of your ego and humble yourself, and especially do your shadow work. It's obviously some things that you don't see that I see in you, or vice versa, because there's always two sides of a coin. There's always a cause and effect. So I have a feeling that there's always a cause and effect, which I know there is a cause and effect, but I'm saying, like, um, continuing to do what's best for you and your children. And the way how the world is now, it's like, you would think you would want everyone to come together and to unite, and not be so far in your pride, so far in your ego, so far in your jealousy. And to me, I'm not jealous of anyone. I'm grateful for what I have. I don't have jealousy in my heart at all. um, because we only have one life to live. I mean, we're on this earth to have a life experience anyway, right? So that's all I ever. I'm hoping that's everywhere. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, I got tied, twisted on my own words. It's all good though. But I'm just gonna leave it at that. Is the fact that I'm aware. I'm aware of what's happening and what's going on. Um, and I will continue to spread the love and the joy and the hope around the world because I believe that's what we need. And especially for our children, our young children, the children that are being born right now, they need that love. They need that inspiration. They need that. And if we can give it to them, man, and change, not okay, when I say change, I don't I don't I'm not saying everyone has to change. Okay, you can choose to change. You have that free will to change. It's up to you if you want to change. Now, me personally, I wanted to change. I wanted to change for the better, and not just for my daughter, but for me personally. And I'm not going to apologize for me wanting to change and wanting to do better for myself and to set boundaries and cut ties with people and places and things that do not longer serve me because I wanted to do better for myself, if that makes sense. I know I said that twice, but to me it made sense to me. So hopefully if you got it, you got it, and if you didn't, it's okay, because I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm going to stay consistent and healthy. Always remember, stay connected to God and faith, and your patient is virtue, and it's what's going to get you out of the situation that you are today. Absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely agree with you on that. Definitely staying healthy, yes. And the faith with God, absolutely. Patience. Yes. Thank you very much for that. Um, hmm. He said it or she said it. Time. I like that. I really do. That's opening my eyes for that. Thank you so much. Wow. Yes. Get out of, yes, yes. That's exactly, on that note, I'm going to leave. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Wow. Um I'm definitely saving myself and leaving on a good note, good vibes. And God bless all of you and the ones that tuned in and tuned out. Um, I appreciate and thank you, time, most definitely, for you. Have a good one, y'all.